easy and delicious pumpkin spice poke cake. Now, if you don't know what a poke cake is, this is kind of like a soaked cake. It's gonna be so easy and your family is going to love it. First, we're gonna need 1 box of this spiced cake mix. Now, we're gonna be following the directions that I give you. Do not follow the directions that's actually on your cake box right here, but follow my directions. And then we're gonna be adding 1/4 of a cup of milk, and we're gonna be adding 2 eggs. I've got this can of pumpkin puree. This is 15 ounces. We're gonna go ahead and add the whole thing to this bowl right here. And then I have some pumpkin pie spice. We're gonna be adding 2 teaspoons of that right in there. And then we're just gonna mix this all together. Okay, and then we're gonna set that to the side. And then I have a 9x13 pan, and we're gonna lightly spray it with some oil. And then we're just gonna pour that batter right inside. And this is gonna be kind of a thick batter, and that's okay. So just know that it is supposed to be really kind of thick. And then just go ahead and spread all of that around. Y'all, this dessert is so easy, and I'm telling you, it is gonna be a family favorite. Your family is gonna love it, and it's just perfect to kick off that fall season. We're gonna cook this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes. So while our cake is baking, we're gonna go ahead and make the milk for our cake. And in here, I've got about 1.5 cups of milk. And to that, we're gonna add 1 can of evaporated milk, and then also 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. And then we're just gonna give this a nice stir, and we're just getting it all mixed in. If you need to use a beater, go ahead and do that. And then after it's mixed up, let's just go ahead and put that to the side. And our cake is now finished. Look how pretty that looks. It's got that nice golden top. And what we're gonna do next is, if you have a wooden spoon that's kind of has like a circular motion to it, you can use that. I've got this boba straw, which I find works really good. And we're just gonna go ahead and poke it. I do suggest doing this while it's warm, especially when we add that milk in. That just is really gonna help the cake absorb all of that liquid. And you're just gonna go ahead and poke all of this through. And then we're gonna take our milk mixture and go ahead and slowly add that on top of our cake. And make sure you're filling in the holes. And then you can let this sit overnight if you want to, or until it cools. So while our cake is cooling, we're gonna go ahead and make the frosting that's gonna go on top. So what we're gonna need is 1 tub of the Cool Whip topping here. And then we're gonna add 1 block of cream cheese. And then we're gonna add about 1 cup of powdered sugar right in there. And then we're gonna go ahead and whip all of that up with our hand mixer. Our icing is now done, and it should look like this. It might get a little glossy, which is perfect, but we're looking for that nice, smooth consistency for our icing. All right, we just pulled out our cake. It's been cooling, I don't know, a few hours now, and it's pretty cool, and that's exactly what we're looking for. And we're just gonna go ahead and add our icing right on top of our cake right here. And then we're just gonna spread that icing evenly all throughout that cake. Look how good that icing is. Nice, thick, it's perfect. All right, let's cut into this. Wow, I'm so excited, a little nervous. Ooh, it's gooey. Look at that goo come out. Look at that, nice and soaked. All right, let's move that over to our plate. And then I have some caramel flavored syrup right here. Now we could add some pumpkin pie spice seasoning on top if you want, but we're gonna do the caramel, and we're just gonna drizzle that on top like that. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. All right guys, now it's time for the best part, which is the taste test. I'm so excited to test this. It is a nice soaked cake. Here we go. If that's not fall in your mouth, I don't know what is. That is so delicious. This cake is moist. It has all the flavors of fall. It has the pumpkin, and with that cream cheese, it is so delicious. Now, if you wanted to, you could sprinkle some pumpkin pie spice instead of that caramel if you don't like caramel. But other than that, it is so good. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. And if you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so already. And if you'd like to see another video, click on the video link right here. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!